It's 1:35 a.m. and this is about normally the time I get to bed. Sometimes even later. I stay up more frequently now just to monitor them. Make sure that they don't have any difficulties. And this is probably the safest time for me to. If I get emotional, I get emotional. I've always been like that. I don't know why. I think it's when you love something enough, or you love someone enough, you just don't have control of your emotions. You don't know what it's like knowing that you're not going to have two beautiful, sweet gifts that was presented to you. When Meisha was born, her mother's name was Alondra, and Meisha is the spitting image of her mother, identical. I got Meisha at about maybe close to 2 weeks old, if not more. She was born 5th of May, and she was just a baby, a little thing. I'll be honest with you, I didn't know if I was going to be able to take care of it, because at that time I had tried taking my life. There was just so much going on in my life at the time. I was married, and I knew my marriage was ending, because it was just ending. I ended it. But I'm very, very grateful that she stuck with me, because I don't know where I'd be today without her. I got Hippy as a companion for Meisha. Hippy is Meisha's sister's pup. So even though I celebrate their birthdays on the same day, Hippy's probably 7 months or 5 months younger, something like that. That was the best thing I could have ever done, was getting her a companion, and a family member at that. I was gifted with 2 needy girls. One that was just independent at such a young age. When I had Meisha at 9 months, and it was right around the winter time, and I'll be jumping back and forth, at different time stages, so try to keep up with me. 9 months old, I had ended the marriage, so it was just me and Meisha, and it was a bad winter that year where we were at, and I don't know why, but I was compelled to dress her, because she was just so unique. I mean, I've never owned. Oh, I shouldn't even say that. I've never had a Shar-Pei breed ever in my life, and I used to be a shepherd person and a mutt person, but never have I ever had a dog like a pet like this. No, not even pet. I don't like using those words. because they're not pets to me. They're my children. Anyway, I bought her this suit, lavender, not lavender, no, not lavender, like pink. She's a girl, right? And it came with a pair of booties, little boots. So I put them on her. Didn't know if I was gonna have a pup that just didn't like boots or won't move with them on. But once they were on her feet, her paws, I should say, she just kind of looked at me and then looked at her front paws. She looked down at it, and I stood there and I watched her, and I was like, how odd for this dog to react in such a manner. And then she turned and looked at her rear paws as if to say, what are these, right? And all of a sudden she starts moving forward. And she starts doing this little crazy one-leg dance like this, you know. And then all of a sudden she starts steadying herself. And then the next thing I know, within a matter of maybe 6 feet, she was walking as though she never had them on. Like she was born with them on her paws. And I followed her. And not once did she break a stride. She was just walking. And I videotaped it, and it was just amazing. I never expected her to take to boots like that. Hippy was the same way. Hippy, you know, I realized if I was going to be responsible for 2 other, you know, living creatures, I have to take very good care of them. And I dressed them. They got all, they had coats, they had boots, they had snowsuits, they got fleece sweaters, you name it. And I'll tell you, these girls draw such attention. And it's not when they're dressed up that they catch people's eyes and they say, oh, you got a beautiful dog, your pets are beautiful. No. They draw attention without being dolled up. I got 8 minutes before this thing cuts off, so I'll make it quick. This goes to show you how these dogs just bring out the attention out of, you know, they just bring attention to themselves, but in a good way. I mean, the people that see them, they're like compelled to stop and just admire them. And every person that's seen these 2 together, I noticed one thing: they all walked away with a smile on their face. I was gifted with magical girls. They almost caused a car accident once on Western Avenue. I was walking them, and it was the day that I got them their first set of snowsuits. Meisha had a blue one, Hippy had a red one, and they both had matching little knit caps. And we walked down Western Avenue, and all of a sudden this car, rush hour, car stops in the middle of Western Avenue. And I don't know if it was a guy or a girl. And they were about to say something, and all of a sudden you hear and honk, honk. I mean, almost had a rear end collision. And it was just, you know, it was just something. It was just something. I'll think of some other ones, others, you know, tales, but my video's going to cut out right now, so please, you know, keep in touch, check back, and keep you up to